Wingfoot for the playoff, Norman against Zeller. It was such a tremendously exciting competition yesterday as they played down the final holes. It has not been that way today. Ever since the second hole, when there was the three-shot swing between them, Fuzzy Zeller has been moving along relentlessly, and Norman has never gotten his tempo back. He had birdied the first. They both birdied the first. It looked like it was going to be extremely exciting. Here he's missed the green again, and has chipped up, way short and left, as you can see. Well, I'm Jim McKay reporting from Wingfoot at the moment, along with Dave Marr, our expert on the sport, a man who worked here at Wingfoot for 3 years in his very, very early days. Not too much to say about this, Dave, really.
Well, I feel that Greg's shots, the reason he's so far behind, really were self-inflicted. He played a smart shot at 2 because he had a bad drive. Then he three-putted after Fuzzy made that and dropped 3 shots in 1 hole. Then he gets up, Fuzzy's in the bunker at 3, and he three-putts that green to let Fuzzy get away with a tie. Bad shot at the 4th hole, another bogey. And then he three-putts the 5th hole. So 3 out of the first 5 holes he three-putted. If he two-putts those, let's say, then he's only 2 shots back at this point. So really, I think he did a damage to himself, lost his composure and looked nothing like he did yesterday putting.
You're talking about all those 3-putts. This is a man who sank a impossible 40-foot putt yesterday, and we are also told, by the way, that the one that Fuzzy made on the second today has been measured, we are told, at 68 feet, not 50 feet. Here he is putting for another birdie. And looking very, very good. In the hole, a birdie 3 to give him at least a 6-shot lead. At least. Greg Norman has a long putt to make for his par.
If this were a fight, they'd stop it. I mean, this is really criminal what's happening out here now. Breaks a little from right to left, as you just saw. But, I mean, he's so smooth and relaxed now, and he's a relaxed player anyhow. This is just, just get me to the church on time.
Well, interesting that in 1929 there was a playoff for the U.S. Open Championship here at 36 holes, but Bobby Jones won it by 23 strokes over Al Espinoza. Let's bring in our colleague here, Jack Whitaker. Your impression on this, Jack?
Well, you just mentioned it. History is repeating itself, isn't it? Bobby Jones had to sink a very snaky 12-foot downhiller to get the tie. Greg Norman sank a 24-footer snake last to get the tie, and the same result. It's very distressful, I know, for all of us to watch Greg. It just seems that all the magic went out of it yesterday, and there wasn't anything left Monday morning.
That's right. Well, it's going to be a 2-stroke swing. He is now going to trail by 7 shots. 7 shots with 4 holes to play. There is almost no way you can make those up on the closing holes at Wingfoot, or anywhere else for that matter. Let's have a look now at that putt. Whether it was 68 feet or 60 or 70 feet, it was long. Look at this.
Starts to break right about now. This is just a miracle to make a putt this long, and what a time to do it. Now, Greg is only 15 or 20 feet above the hole there. You can see where he's put his ball down, and he's there in 3. Now, he got a little aggressive and knocked it about 6 or 8 feet by, missed it coming back, and he did the same doggone thing the next hole, and then it was all over.
Almost as if Fuzzy was saying, you made that 40-footer yesterday, try this one on for size. That's great white shark.
Well, we're going to have shark fin soup tonight, it looks like. The Fuzzy one has really had a good day. But as I said, that's such a terrible start, and you can't give players of this caliber that many strokes on you, no matter how good a player you are. And Greg, no matter what he does today, has done something not very many people have ever done, and that's tie for a National Open championship.
Well, there are only 2 major championships where they still have 18-hole playoffs the next day. That's the United States Open and the British Open Championship. What do you think about it?
Well, I think with the way the game has grown and so forth, we look at 15 green there, that there ought to be something done. I can argue either way. I kind of think as long as they're there and the people are in place to figure out maybe a 3-hole playoff or 4-hole sudden death playoff, something maybe a little different than 1 hole, but to get it over with on Sunday. I really feel that way.
Certainly a difference in mood between the tremendous excitement of yesterday and today. And so often in 18-hole playoffs, it seems like somebody does get off to a fast start. Jack was saying a while ago, like in a horse match race, it often happens. Whoever gets in front gets out there and stays there, right?
And, 2, don't forget, you have to start well here at Wingfoot, because those early holes can kill you, as they have killed Norman here. They're not easy starting holes. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No wind at all out there today.
It's perfect weather, actually, at this point. It was misting or raining just a little when they started, but it didn't bother either one of them. As I said, Greg did more damage to himself than Fuzzy has done to the golf course with 3 3-putts in the first 5 holes.
However, should Fuzzy par in from here, he's going to shoot 67, which is not what you call shabby at doing foot. All the long par 4s ahead of them now to move to the conclusion of the U.S. Open. There you see the ball smack in the middle of the fairway this time, but it's 7 shots between them.